This is the Create Your Own Space podcast, the podcast where we provide industry-leading information on balustrading products, the do's and don'ts that will help you create your own unique quality spaces for your home renovations or new build projects. Alrighty guys, good morning. We are here. Thank you for joining us for episode 1 of Create Your Own Space. I'm here this morning with Joe Lambert, one of our sales consultants here at Balconette. And Joe, I just want to, before we start, can you give me a little bit more about your job title and the things that you do here for Balconette?
Good morning, Fred. Absolutely. So, I'm a sales consultant for Balconette. I've been here for about 5 and a bit years now. So I know the products and the company very well.
Right.
Obviously, it's a good product.
So you've been selling. Has that been your only position within the company? And more than that, the products that we've been selling and that you've sold, can you tell me a little bit about those and how you feel about those products?
Yeah, I mean, we've got some really good products. I am primarily just in sales, but the way I like to sort of build my experience is by having relationship, talking to other people in different departments.
Correct.
I spend a lot of time with technical and also the manufacturing guys as well, just to see what's happening, kind of thing. Yeah.
So with that, you've you kind of have a broad idea of how we go about doing things, like from say manufacturing to dispatch to how we actually deliver the product. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
nice. So about a month ago, you took me out to Worthing. You have a project out there, more of a refurbishment project out there. So I guess my question for you is, with our products, are we geared more towards, refurbishments or new builds? How does that work? When a customer comes, what are they actually looking for?
I mean, that's a very good question, Fred. And we do get a complete broad spectrum of customers, Some will be like the project that we went to see down on the coast in Worthing, where it's, you've got a redevelopment, almost like people trying to take an existing building, refurbish it,
right,
and then just give it a new lease of life.
Right.
Because it's surprising how much a balustrade will make a difference to a building.
Yeah, correct. I mean, the one that we did see gives it a complete facelift, and I'm assuming, it comes at a more moderate price than if it was, say, like a new build. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, exactly. It's always cheaper if you've got an existing structure there,
right,
to change that. When you have to build structures, that's when you end up with a sort of a higher bill, because you have to take into consideration steel costs or concrete, or whatever the actual base of the balcony or patio area, whatever it might be. There's always more cost involved in doing something from the get-go than there is to just revamp something.
So what you're saying, like maybe like with building regs and things like that, an existing building, there may be less building regs that we would have to go through to get that done? Yeah,
exactly, because you just got to comply with the previous standard.
Right.
So, you can just match that and but make it look a lot nicer and newer. And
so do you find with that you are getting more refurbishments, or is it kind of a broad mix of new and old as we do things?
Yeah, I mean, it is very much a broad mix of new and old. We get a lot of architects sending us plans for projects that they're working on, because a lot of properties and flats and things like that in London, especially as well, they're all trying to get more outdoor space.
Right.
So incorporating a balcony of some sorts is becoming more and more popular.
Right. So you can actually expand your existing space. So if I'm inside, I do have that little bit extra without having to add on an addition to the house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you could look at a roof terrace, for example. That seems to be quite popular at the minute.
Right. And I get, and one of the things that I really do like and enjoy about our product is that there aren't as many posts as I've seen with other products and other builds. Can you explain a little bit about that design and, how that design works for us in our product?
Yeah, absolutely. So ours is different to everyone else's, which is a good thing. Other people's products, you would have to have a post and then another post quite close together, because they're supporting that one panel of glass and it's not supported at the bottom, for example. Whereas our ones, the handrail structural, And then the glass just clips in with a glazing bead. So it's more like it's sort of the way I like to explain it to a lot of people if they're not too sure. It's a bit like an aluminium window frame. You know, you have the main structure, and then the glass clips in and with like glazing beads. So that's
So is that that's our hybrid system? The hybrid system. Yeah. So in our hybrid system, the actual strength of the structure is actually in the handrail. Am I correct in saying
exactly
that?
that?
Yeah. So when people are calling and asking about that, that is one of the main differences between our systems and someone else's. Mainly, the other systems rely more on post. To for its strength.
Yeah, exactly. And if they don't have a handrail on the top, then you do need to have tough and laminated glass.
Okay.
To comply with building regulations as well. If there's no handrail to stop you from falling, you do have to have
laminated glass, which is what, 21.5 millimeter, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do on our frameless system.
Right.
Some use 17.5, but you know we're very much belt and braces, safety first. So we prefer to use we know the 2 sheets of 10 mil with the 1.5 membrane is really safe.
So if we lose one side, it's still held together by the membrane inside.
Exactly that, Fred. Yeah.
So that leads me on to. So I know we have a standard package and a premium package that does cover quite a few things. Can you explain to the audience here that we have the differences between those two?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, the difference between the standard package and the premium package, the premium package is sort of like we're taking responsibility and guiding you through the whole order process, really. So we would come out and do a site survey. We would take the measurements. You'd get unlimited revisions on the drawings as well.
Right. So unlimited revision. So if as a customer, if things change, if I'm changing things, or just say I want a different design, that's unlimited for them?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I mean, it might be if you were doing a premium package and we were taking responsibility, there might be like a surcharge of coming out to do another site survey if things have changed that much.
Okay, so the revisions are based on that first initial survey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then and you get insurance on glass and things like that. So if anything, if there was an accident or something after it was all installed and someone managed to break a panel of glass somehow, then there is insurance on that as well.
On the glass. So the main differences between those two packages is the main difference the unlimited revisions and insurance on the glass. Are those the main differences between?
Yeah, and also we would supply the fittings as well because we've done the
on
site
the premium
survey.
pack.
Okay. Yeah, we would supply those fixtures so that you can once it arrives, the builder can install it exactly how it needs to be done.
So based on the site survey, based on the fittings and the type of structure that they'll be using, we base the fittings on those.
Yeah, exactly. So you'd have a different bolt to go into timber than you would to go into steel, for example, or concrete. It would be slightly different. So we would make that.
So we make that decision.
Yeah.
So that's out of your hands. So basically, this is kind of a peace of mind package that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
Would I not choose the premium part based on price, or is just preference?
It is preference really, because obviously people are looking for different things. Sometimes people have a very competent builder that's happy to take on the whole, take on the responsibility of the measurements because they've done it before. They don't need to worry about like a site survey or buying or us supplying the bolts because they've done it before.
I understand. Yes.
But if you've got someone that's a good DIYer, for example, it's perfect for them.
Kind of like myself.
Exactly, Fred. Get you out there installing some balustrades.
In my mind, I am. Yeah. So, as a company, I know we used to, but we're not installers anymore. Correct?
That is correct. Yeah,
Right.
we used to do supply and install for commercial projects.
Okay, I understand. But we do have a kind of a partner program, right? Which I know we can talk a little bit about this, but I think we're going to do like another entire episode on partners. But let's just say I didn't have or didn't know someone that could actually install. Could you guys guide me towards someone that could do that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. What we generally like to do is just provide you with a quote first, just to make sure you've got that we're on the same page in terms of cost for the actual material for the balustrade.
Correct.
And then we've got a map of registered installers all over the UK.
Right. Okay.
And they're they're very skilled guys and girls, and they will they will take care of the whole project for you. Some people will use those if, for example, they've had they've had the builder say they was going to fit it, and then for some reason, I don't know, they might have had a falling out or whatever, and they're not on site anymore.
Right.
Sometimes people would then contact us with an order already in, saying, look, we've got a problem. The builder's not able to fit it. Can you help us?
Right,
and we're like, yeah, no problem.
So we send some. It's just like a kind of a backup plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha. I understand. I think that's good information as a customer. If I'm a customer, how do I, go through this process? Which I guess leads me into, let's say I do call in, or I've gone to our website. I know I want to use Balconette. Can you walk me through that process? So I've called you up. You're on the phone with me. What is that process like for someone?
To start with, I generally ask for like a little bit of a description about what they're trying to achieve.
Right.
If they've got some pictures or some measurements, just to give them sort of a ballpark idea on price and what we can offer them.
Right. Okay. So we've gone through that part, and from there, I think we spoke the other day about like technical drawings and signing off on drawings. How does that work? Signing off on the drawings once those happen.
So what will happen is the technical representative would give them a call and go through the project first after the order's been placed.
Right.
And then following that phone call, then they would draw the they'll draw it out on CAD basically.
The CAD. Okay. Yeah.
And then send it over to the customer for them to check each dimension. It will show dimensions for the glass, the handrail, the bottom rail, and the posts if there were any posts. Or if it was just a frameless system, it would just be the bottom track and the glass panel sizes.
Right. So we have the drawings. The drawings are sent to me. I look over them, I okay them, and from there, the project moves along to, say, manufacturing. Is that?
Yeah. After that, though, we would request the balancers to cover the materials.
Okay.
And
to
then,
actually get it started.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we've had the payment in for it, then we will fabricate and manufacture all of what was signed off on the drawings, basically. So it is very crucial to double check those and make sure, if there's anything that's not quite right, just let us know.
Right. Because once you've signed off and we've moved on, so let's just say I signed off on it and it gets to me and there's something incorrect. Is that at that point would I incur more cost to go back and redesign, or
it depends how long it was. If we've already made it,
right,
then we probably would have to charge you something extra just to cover the new material.
Which is fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you did it quite quickly and we hadn't started manufacturing yet, then we could change it.
That's good. So we've gone through the manufacturing process and things like that, and from there, I'm assuming we package it up. I know we have a quality check too. I mean, we check those things just to make sure before they go out, and then from there would you contact me in the end to see how things were, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I generally I'm always interested in my customers' projects, and I always ask for pictures.
Right.
Because it's nice to see what people have achieved, and it's good to see our product in the best way possible as well. And when it's just been finished, and it's nice and shiny, everything's looking good. Or if it's matte, if they've gone for the matte silver finish,
right. It is exciting because some of the work that I do here, like the filming and the video, is actually seeing projects from start to finish. Whether it's refurbishment, whether it's new, it is, and to see the smiles on people's faces when they know they've upgraded or they've added value to their space. They've added some quality space for the family. So I think that for me, being here, that's one of the enjoyments that I get out of it, and I'm pretty sure you same for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you've seen one and the customer sent you the pictures to start with,
right?
And then you can see this what they started with to what they finished, and it's like wow. Yeah,
you think okay, and for me, maybe they've saved up for a few years, and this is the one thing that they thought, okay, this one thing is going to add so much more to our lives, and then when they see the completed project or the completed piece, you're like, it really did. It was worth it.
You can almost like see the pride in their face as well, like they're so happy. Yeah. And like they're just like, they want everyone to come around and have a look.
Yeah, that's the party place right there, right? Because I'm even thinking, okay, so I like to have people over what can I do to my house? Joe, what can you do for me?
A balustrade around the barbecue area for you, Fred.
There you go. There you go. All right, Joe, man. You know what? I appreciate that, guys. This has been Joe Lambert, and he's one of our sales consultants here at Balconette. This has been the Create Your Own Space podcast. This is episode 1. I'm sure we'll have Joe back here soon if he has time. He's a very busy man. But Joe, man, I appreciate everything for today, man. And you enjoy your day. And guys, this is going to be that space where we walk you through the entire process of balustrading. Whether it's for refurbishments, whether it's a brand new build. This is where you'll be able to come to get your information about that. So, Joe, man, thank you for today, and we'll speak again.
Cheers for having me, Fred.
Thank you, man.